All right, and we are live. Welcome, Highfalutin Ski Bum Podcast, episode number 218. It is your pals, Mario and Brian. Mario, what's up?
Not much. Feeling a little bit recharged this week. Feeling like the ski season is going to be a great season, and hoping people didn't forget about it. You know, I think it can get back to its former glory.
I've noticed this week there's been a lot of emails coming out from all the different ski companies, online shops, resorts. A lot of big news coming in too, which we're going to talk about in a little bit, of course. But yeah, it's starting to get that feeling in the air. It's getting darker a little sooner. It's getting a little cooler at night. We're pounding through this summer, and it's almost over. And it's going to be a glorious fall and winter. We're staying positive. Yeah. Starting to get some news about how it's going to go down, and we're going to make it work. It's going to be all right. So thank you everybody for listening. We do appreciate it. Check us out, skibumpodcast.com. We're on the socials, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Ski Bum Podcast. Don't forget too, if you want some stickers, you got to get your helmet and your ski box and
those stickers are awesome. And you got new ones that you printed,
any sort of urinal you frequent needs to have stickers on it. Send us a DM on
very fancy Italian restaurants in Lower Manhattan. You're welcome.
Dang. Yeah, we got some cool new ones in. And of course, we have the standard ones that we always send out. So yeah, if you want to hit us up, skibumpodcast@gmail.com, or again, just DM us on Instagram. We're on your favorite podcasting app, Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher. We're on YouTube. We're on SoundCloud, sort of. And everywhere else your favorite podcasts are found. And thank you, everyone, for supporting us and for reaching out. We've had some cool emails and people hitting us up on PayPal monthly. It's been really cool. People buying merch. It's really
a lot of great people helping support us the way they can.
And you know what's cool too is it gets us fired up to keep things going. That people are interested, that they're checking it out, they want to be part of it, they want to spread the love, and it means a lot. So we really do appreciate it. And if you also want to get a piece of swag, you can go to skibumpodcast.com/shop. We're gonna have new stuff coming in. I know I've been saying that for weeks and months, but God damn it, it's true. We're gonna have some new stuff coming on the next few weeks, which should be pretty cool. Going with a very chill, simple design, but I think it looks awesome. You know, Mario, you and I were kind of going over the designs earlier this week.
Chill,
simple and elegant. That's what we're going for this season. Hopefully you guys will like it too. I guess that's kind of all. Let's get into this. Mario, let's kick it off. I pray today.
I'm going back to an old favorite, Brian. I tell you what, there's something about a nice. What do we have? This is a Telluride drink. I always think of that Telluride for this.
This is. I'd never had one of those before. Telluride, yeah.
I had, but I forgot about it. It's one of those things that you can forget about things. So Telluride, you're thinking, what is it?
What am I thinking? What you're gonna have, or what am I thinking?
What are you thinking? I have
based Moscow
on
Mule.
Of course, nice.
Fancy cup.
Got the nice copper cup.
Shout out to our buddy Tom, who was the one who reintroduced the Moscow Mule to the game, at least for us.
Yeah, because I don't know, just for some reason Moscow Mule was not on my mind. You know,
it could have been a Montrose Mule.
Montrose Mule, yeah.
So you can fly into Montrose when you go to Telluride.
Yeah,
Montrose Mule.
But yeah, so basically it's gin and ginger beer.
Wait a minute. Isn't it vodka?
Not gin, vodka. Yeah. I'm thinking, I've had a few of them, so I'm thinking, but I've been drinking gin consistently for like the last months. Today, that's why this is special. Not only did I think about Telluride, because I was in a better mood, I'm thinking the copper mug. Let's go on the vodka side.
It's a vodka drink. It's a whiskey drink.
You could put anything in it though, because I've been places where they're like, "Oh, it's a Spanish mule because it has tequila in it."
Yeah.
Or a Mexican mule they call it. Then there's the one with the rum. Like they just name it all different based on what alcohol. So you could put whatever with ginger beer and a little bit of lime, and then I put a little extra seltzer in there.
There you go.
Yeah, it works. Works for
Nice.
me.
Nice. That could be your top. If we had to look back at all the Apparade todays, that has to be your top 1 or 2 most repeated Apparade today.
Yeah, that's a go-to drink. I mean, that's a, hey, look, I want a nice something. I started drinking Bloody Marys a little more now.
I don't even know you anymore.
And, I'm like, I will have a Bloody Mary once in a while. Generally, I'm like, nah, I'll have something else. But this is the one. Bloody Mary, still not an up-a drink for me. Like, other people have had them in our crowd, but
I don't understand the appeal at all. I don't understand the tomato juice appeal.
it's tomato juice. You gotta make peace with tomato juice.
I'm trying to convince my wife that I should eat the placenta after she has the baby, and that seems way more appetizing than a Bloody Mary.
Wow, so you're gonna eat placenta?
I think I probably have to.
So what's that deal? Is that just for manhood, or
Stem cells, nutrients,
you're gonna get the nutrients from
riboflavin, probably. I don't know.
Nice. So how would you eat it? Would you put a little butter on it or something, or a little?
I'm thinking I'd probably have to chop it up and then cook it in some like white wine, maybe a little butter.
Yeah, but when you cook it, I think that kills all the living cells that you need to get the full placenta-ness of everything, right?
Otherwise, we just blend it up, just chug it.
Make a fucking roast, goddamn placenta roast. Have some buddies over.
I was thinking maybe like some placenta sauerbraten, like just marinate it for a week with some vinegar and spices.
Do you put it on salad? Is it
you make it like,
do you have like a potato on the side?
You just make it like calamari. You cut it up, you batter it, and fry it.
A little sauerkraut. You eat it in a bun. Like, how the fuck do you eat placenta? Like, I just want to know.
We'll find out.
Or some noodles. Like, you got fucking Emerald Lagasse. Bam!
I was thinking tacos. A little bit of salsa, some cilantro.
Nice little
placentacos.
Now you're gonna have the taco maker in the room with you when the baby's born.
That you gotta have it fresh, obviously. Oh, I got a better idea. Ceviche. Little placenta ceviche.
But again, doesn't that kill everything? Like, what are you actually getting then?
I have no idea. I just say I want to eat it because it grosses my wife out, and I think that's kind of funny to me.
But then they say to save it in case, like, your kid has 50 years old, wants to grow like more hair or something, right? They could use that. Just saying.
Listen, in 50 years, they got to figure their own shit out. All right. I'm not gonna, because don't they have like companies that have?
They can make a goddamn time machine and get their own placenta. How about that?
That's what I'm talking about. Right?
Who's died in the past, Dad? I'm getting my own placenta.
Just like we talked about last week, like people say they want to put money aside for their kids. No, fuck them. Make them earn their own shit. Like, I'm not going to get a Mustang GT350 because I got to make sure you go to college. No, you bust your ass and you pay for your own goddamn college, and I get my Mustang.
So you got to watch out for your future son or future children because they come back and you don't recognize them. Maybe that's why you've done all the shit and missed out on your Mustang and your cool car and like all this hockey career, all sorts of shit, right? This is like all the stuff that happened.
Oh man.
Maybe they sneak in, they change like history.
They ruin everything.
And then they get out. They're like, I still want my little nest egg dad's got for me.
It's like Inception times Terminator times Back to the Future times Hot Tub Time Machine.
It's like a not so bad it's like a Terminator without killing people. Well, maybe killing people, but not killing everybody,
It's like a psychological Terminator.
Think about it. That Terminator was greedy. He's like, I want to kill everybody. Like, not just one person. He wanted one person to make sure they kill everybody.
He just wanted to kill Sarah Connor. It's just people got in his goddamn way.
Not a lot of people. That was good. I'm from the future.
Nice night for a walk.
God damn it. Yeah. See, that's one series you got to watch start to finish. And then when they end up with like the cool Terminator at their end, like, why didn't they have this before?
Well, yeah, how many Terminator movies did they make? Like 6 of them? Like, wasn't the one where like Arnold came back recently and he's like Old Balls Terminator? It's like, isn't the whole point to have like a badass
the name Old Balls Terminator?
Old Balls Terminator?
Terminator OB.
Like, we're just not even going to bother. Like, we're just going to call it the old balls Terminator because we
Well,
all know that's what
in
it
the
is.
future, he's OG. That was OB.
Yeah. I'm the old balls Terminator.
I'm the OG Terminator.
Like, wait a minute, you're a robot, but you age? Like, how stupid is that? That's the shittiest robot ever.
That's the shitty robot. Would you
Yeah.
get cooked in the little time machine too much? Like,
It's like, imagine, like, the kid was talking about the sex robots they're going to have, you know? Imagine having, like, imagine you're a woman and you have, like, a male sex robot. He's like, yeah, I can't do it anymore. I need my robot Viagra. Like, what the hell did I buy this stupid ass robot for? I get a real person that has these same problems.
well, you wanted the real experience. We got you the real experience, right?
This is how real it can get.
It's
This is
just-
what this is why Elon Musk is afraid of AI for this very goddamn reason.
that's right.
Robot Viagra. Nobody wants that shit. It's not good for anybody.
Do you think about how fast your computer would work?
You would hope.
You know, that
You
shit
would
would just
hope.
die on you. They'd be like, I'm going.
Well, imagine your sex doll has to get a upgrade and it bricks. Imagine you get a software upgrade and it bricks.
Can you imagine talking about, what'd you do this weekend? I bricked my sex doll. I gotta get it rebooted.
I bricked my goddamn. And where do you bring that then?
How do
Like,
you,
where do you have to go to get that fixed?
dude, who's cleaning that? Let's put it that way.
Who is cleaning the
Who-
sex robot?
This is why I appreciate everybody. Like, I saw the garbage men this morning. I was like, hey, what's up? You know, I'm waving to them. And I'm thinking, I'm like, why do people not, or why are they not friendly to people that make their food or take out their garbage? Like, that's going to happen for your entire life. And they're people you got to trust because, you know, those garbage people, they take all the shit that you want to not worry about or forget about and put in the garbage, which goes away. And they actually do something with it. There's a shit ton of garbage we create in this world. It's
Yeah.
horrible. You know, but you don't respect that guy. Fucking that guy should be like the guy you respect the most.
He's the one disposing of your bricked robot sex doll.
Yeah, everybody wants to push stuff away and forget about. Well, that dude has to deal with that shit. Literally.
Listen, we cared about those people for 2 weeks back in like April. Remember? The
Yeah,
frontline heroes.
yeah, they're still taking out the fucking diseased ass. Like even before COVID, they were taking out your dirty, disgusting shit. So
Yep.
give them a little love, because
Dude, we have the garbage. They come twice a week here, and every time they drive by, Benjamin's at the window waving at them.
it's
They get
cute.
such a kick. They always honk the horn at him. He shows them this garbage truck toy that he has. Like, he gets such a kick. They get a kick out of him.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
waiting
pretty
for the
cool.
bus this morning, and like, you know, Bodie's like, "Oh, is that the bus?" I'm like, "No, I think you got tricked by the garbage truck." So watching this garbage truck, he comes out of the thing, and then he does this wild, crazy. It's a 4-lane road. He goes like fucking 2 lanes, just suicide stick that goddamn wheel, and that thing was whoop right into like this other place to go pick up the garbage. I was like, God damn, that guy's like good.
That'd be like if NASCAR had like a garbage truck division.
Dude, that's, I gotta say,
That'd be fucking awesome.
this guy fucking wheeled it around, and that thing I think was like ready to tip over and like just squish another car or something, because he's driving like between cars, and like people just park wherever the fuck they want, and then you see a guy in a garbage truck trying to get the, you know, the, what is the bin, the dumpster, and it's like some asshole has to park their fucking car in front of it. It's like, dude, I got to do my job, you know.
Yeah, I don't
And
think that was enough.
And this is where the truck parks on the car and go, you know.
Yeah, I think we need more extreme garbage truck driving competitions.
Dude, that'd be fucking great, right?
That would be fun to watch.
But like just doing a turn is like, all right, who's getting taken out?
Like, imagine, you ever watch like World Rally when they have the cars like flying in the dirt and the snow and stuff? Like, imagine like
That's really cool.
garbage trucks driving on those courses.
Oh yeah,
That would
They
be
have
awesome.
fins too. The garbage truck with the fins.
Yeah.
Well, they do the truck racing. That's pretty funny too.
Yeah. Well, speaking of garbage, we have one story here in the good old app right today.
Speaking of cabbage,
Speaking of garbage, California man uses cans of Bud Light to extinguish flames from wildfire. California man was trying to protect his home from the LNU Lightning Complex fire, and he used the only thing he had to put out the flames: beer. It was
Boom.
crazy, homeowner Chad Little told KCRA when describing the fire. Everybody's on propane tanks. It was like a war zone. Oof.
God, fucking getting shot at. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, he has hoses around the property, but he wasn't prepared to turn the water off, so he grabbed a rake and started clearing dry grass. I was putting out fires all the way around here, stopping it from going toward the house. Meanwhile, all the cars were on fire.
Wow.
It was burning on the wood down low, and I didn't have any water. I had one barrel with a little bit of water in it, and I tried using it, but it didn't work. So he grabbed the only liquid he had left, cans of Bud Light.
Nice.
Oh my God.
So I'm thinking he drank the beer and used the beer recycled to put out the fire.
So he peed in the fire from his consumed Bud Light?
So I'm thinking, you want me to put out the fire? I'm going to piss this thing out.
The guy's a goddamn hero.
That's right. You know the sacrifice, the internal fortitude that he had to have to drink all that beer?
You got to
Produce
respect
all
that.
urine to put out the fire?
And so I tweeted this out, and I was like, yeah, notice he didn't use any Pliny the Elder to put out the fire. Because he's in California. It's a lot of goddamn Bud Light. I'm sure Budweiser saw this and said, I'm like, friggin' pallet full of it.
Pallets. One pallet, not
one pallet of Bud Light.
Yeah. That's a second's worth of Bud Light.
Yeah. It's pretty impressive. So cheers to you, sir. Real man of genius.
Real American hero. Real American
propane fire guy.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Did we forget to do your opera? I believe we did.
Holy crap. Somehow we did.
I just hit it. I was like, wow, I didn't smoke that much weed. I was like,
I was so excited to get into this story and talk about placentas and placenta tacos.
I forgot about the whole placenta tirade.
Goddamn placenta tacos.
We're going to have to mark that. Placenta tirade. Just look for this.
Placenta tirade.
If you're a mom and you want to get another mom to get grossed out and just think how stupid we are, have them listen to that first part.
Yeah. Never underestimate how stupid we can be.
What I love to do is, like, I'm writing placenta tirade, and Melanie's going to come in tomorrow and be like, what the fuck were you guys talking about?
That's part of the fun of the podcast, is having the notepad there, writing stuff down, being like, what the hell were we talking about?
What did I remember? Like, yeah.
We sort of go outside of our bodies sometimes during these podcasts and find new, strange places that we didn't know existed or were possible.
Dude, that placenta tirade is gold.
I like it, right?
Yeah.
So my beer that I have, I got to be perfectly honest.
Is it Bud Light? If it's Bud Light, I'm going to shit.
It's Bud Light. I'm a little underwhelmed by this.
Underwhelmed?
I'm a little underwhelmed.
Your fancy way to say I did not like this.
Usually I'm on there ranting and raving about how great what I have is, especially from the Burlington Beer Company.
Oh.
But this is the Peasant King. And I love the name of it because it's what I yearn to be, the Peasant King. I'm not trying to be Mr. Fancy King, the Peasant King. These are my people. I'm just a goddamn hillbilly. That's all I am. This is a boozy-ass beer, let me tell you. It's 9%. It's a double IPA. I thought it would be a little juicier, a little smoother, a little sweeter. It's a little bitter.
That's like the malt liquor of the craft beers right now.
Wouldn't quite go that far. It's saying melon juice and a little clementine. Getting a little citrus. It's, again, a little more bitter than I had hoped it would be.
Melon juice and clementine? Who the fuck are you?
hints. But yeah, it's just a little more bitter than I expected. But boozy, it's okay. It's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right. I mean, I ate a bunch of watermelon before. Maybe my palate's all thrown off. I don't know.
How much watermelon? I found a seedless. So I found a seedless the other day from Publix. Bring it home. Melanie goes with Bodie. They go out like to they go to Walmart and they're like picking up school shit. And they come back. Look what we got. It's like a little melon. I'm like, yeah, I got like a bigger melon. Grocery store. So go to cut it open. Walmart watermelon, like rotten inside.
Oh,
I'm like, God damn it! They was there for a few weeks too long. Cut open the Publix one. The thing was perfect. I like.
Yeah, this is like peak watermelon season right now.
Is it? I thought it was the end.
I don't know. I'm just saying that. I know we got 2 from Costco last week. These were both like 35-pound watermelons. They were
Wow.
goddamn monsters. I just cut one open today, and I love watermelon, but what's even better is cold watermelon.
Yes.
Like when you cut it
gotta
right
put
off
it
of
in
the shelf. Oh, cold goddamn watermelon. So I cut about half of it up today. Had a couple
Nice.
pieces, and it's so like heavy and juicy and sweet. It's stunning. It's beautiful. I love it.
So we cut them up, and I cube them, and I chuck it in the thing, and then it is so easy. It's like popcorn. You just goop, 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 goop. You don't have to pick it on the rind, nothing. It's awesome.
One thing I noticed is that if I eat a bunch of watermelon right before I go to bed, I gotta wake up to piss like twice because they're so dense with liquid that you don't even realize like that how much water you're taking in. And
yeah, but I still want watermelon. Like it's gonna make me piss tonight, but I'll eat a bowl of watermelon right now.
Oh, it's so goddamn good.
God damn it! But it's back, so they disappeared. I thought it was the end of the season, and then I saw some
disappeared.
So do they have like 2 seasons? Oh no, there was like maybe it was COVID. Everybody's hoarding watermelons or something. I don't know, but I didn't see them for a while. Costco, even down here, they ran out for about a week, and I was like, God damn it,
dude! Our Costco they have boxes the size of Honda Civics, like 5 of them lined up.
Nice.
And they're like $6 or $7 each. It's not
$5.99.
It's the best goddamn money spent.
Yeah. No, it's great.
Best money spent. Watermelon is the goddamn best.
But I got to eat a whole watermelon. Like the last week, I had the big watermelon from Costco. That was probably like about 3 weeks ago, and I had to eat because Melly went and she's like, "Oh, I saw watermelons in Publix. I got to make sure they don't run out." Now we're afraid we're going to run out of watermelon. So
dude, always have one on the counter and one in the fridge cut up. That's my rotation philosophy. You got to have at least one on the counter. If there's one on the counter, slight panic sets in.
Well, I was panicking with just one, and I'm like freaking out. Well,
not enough.
I had an extra one, and I'm panicking that I have to eat it before they go bad. So I'm like trying to eat. I ate like went through a watermelon, the 2 of us, in like 4 days.
Nice.
Pretty bad. I was pissing a lot, I gotta say.
It's good for you. Clears the whole system out.
I don't exactly know about that.
Watermelon. It's important.
Watermelon. It makes you piss.
It makes you piss.
That's a great tagline.
No. Well, we've definitely covered all of the epre today.
Placenta.
Placenta, watermelons.
I'm gonna write placenta, and then under it makes you piss. And we're like, what did I write?
You could make a placenta watermelon margarita if you want. You're getting your nutrients, you're getting your hydration.
That I can see, right? You blend it up. You like put a little liquor in there. You're like, oh, this is the best placenta I ever had.
Yeah.
Delicacy.
Speaking of the best I ever had, we're going to roll into the good old gondola.
Gondola.
And I don't know if you want to take this story.
Well, I updated the outline. And of course, there's one story that I couldn't. I don't know what happened. I don't really know what happened with that, but there it is. Where is it? Wait, which story are you going to take? The first one or the second one?
Whichever one you don't want.
I'll take the second one, which isn't on there.
Okay. I just thought this one you'd appreciate since perhaps you were so stressed, like one of these elephants.
Yes.
Stressed elephants at Warsaw Zoo to be given medical marijuana. 3 African elephants to get liquid doses of cannabinoid CBD through their trunks. Early trials suggest they like it.
They interviewed him. They were like, yeah, I like it.
Yeah, they actually talked to the elephants. The researchers were so high, they actually talked to the elephants and got a response back from them.
They had countless months of research. Let's look at this.
Yeah, the Warsaw Zoo has been doing a groundbreaking pilot project to test how it reduces the stress levels in elephants. It said medical cannabis has been used worldwide to treat dogs and horses, but this is probably the first initiative of its kind for elephants. The zoo's 3 African elephants will be given liquid doses of a high concentration of the relaxing cannabinoid CBD through their trunks. Veterinarians said the CBD causes neither euphoria nor harmful side effects on the liver and kidneys. It's an attempt to find new natural alternative to the existing methods of combating stress, especially pharmaceutical drugs.
Nice.
So they're not actually giving them any THC. They're just giving them the CBD. Now, as we all know, a little bit of THC is actually needed to get the CBD to have its full effects.
I bet you that's the second phase of the study. And the THC right now is probably being tested on all the researchers. So
they're bogarting all the THC.
Insane.
This is in Poland. I think they probably have very strict laws over there regarding marijuana. So
yeah,
they have to find a way. So they're just stealing it from the elephants. Kind of a dick move, if you ask me.
They're finding a way.
Yeah.
Finding a way to make it work. Awesome. All right, next up we have, could legalizing recreational marijuana help solve Florida's COVID-19 budget shortfall? Now, that's a great question, but Brian and I were talking about this earlier, and we're thinking that it might apply to every state in the union because they're talking about right now, well, this is just saying, so they're just talking about Florida in this article, but I can imagine, like, with the trillions of dollars after COVID that the government has put in, I wonder if everybody's thinking about, hey, you know what, how do we bridge that gap? So the article is actually talking about, Florida legislature, they're talking about passing it, even though the governor is against it. And the reason they're thinking about passing it and why people will say, hey, maybe it's not that bad of an idea, and all of a sudden their morals will change. But they're thinking that because it's a huge budget deficit that they have to make up. And this is a great way to fill that gap without cutting any other stuff out. So
Dude, I said that months ago, once this whole lockdown and quarantine started. I was like, marijuana is not going to be the silver bullet, but it's going to be as close as possible as we have to one to get the economy back on track, to get budgets filled. People are going to be like, oh, well, we can just legalize marijuana, and all the jobs and all the taxation that's going to come from it is going to help tremendously.
Well, think about it. We could either, it's just kind of the way we've been going. I don't want to make a bad comment, but just like, as time goes on, this is the direction we're going. Hey, if we don't have to work real hard and we could just kind of get the money rather than cut out all this bullshit that's in there, why not just do that, right? So it's the easiest of two paths, but I'm sure there's a bunch of shit they can cut out of the budget to make ends meet, so to speak.
Like politicians, pensions, and health benefits.
Boom.
Yank that out. First thing.
Those are three. Yeah.
Yep. Scumbags. Leeches.
Yeah, so expect it to be on every state's agenda in the next few years, if not this year, because that's going to be a thing. I think the budget shortfalls next year is going to be disastrous when they go to do the budgets. So,
oh yeah.
I mean, that's when we're going to start just the tip of seeing it, and I think it's all going to hit that next year. It's a very delayed effect.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I kind of wonder if that's all, going to lead to finally the legalization of of recreational marijuana and medical, because it's just,
Yep, it's definitely time.
Yeah.
All right, so that wraps up Trip to the Gondola. And now we're going to go into the ski news. And boy, was there a couple of humdingers this week. Just out today. This is very big news and probably an indication of things to come for most of the big ski resorts in North America. Vail Resorts on Thursday unveiled the details of the plan for skiing at its 34 North American resorts. Beginning November 6th at Keystone, and as we suspected, the 2020 to 2021 season will be unlike any other. Here's the not surprising changes. Masks required for everyone on the mountain. Not a big deal.
Yeah, expected, right?
Physical distancing will be the rule, with the quick cashless lines through rental shops and on-mountain eateries, and no sitting next to strangers on chairlifts.
All pluses. That's perfect.
Not surprising. Anyone going to ski school will be required to conduct an online health screening before hooking up with an instructor, and class
Naturally.
sizes will be limited. Not a
Naturally.
big deal. And then there's the reservation system.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit, indeed. So here's the
Nobody's
things you're
ever
going to
run a
get.
reservation system that's bad, right?
Yep. This is the creepy thing. They said, forget the dreamy scene where you wake to a foot of fresh snow and race to the ski area. So what they're going to be doing is pass holders will be able to lock in 7 priority reservation days for the holiday season between December 8th and April 4th. Every time a skier uses one of those days, they can reserve another day. So pass holders can keep a bank of 7 reserved rolling through the season. Reservation window from November 6th through December 7th will give pass holders an opportunity to book their days before the company starts selling single-day tickets. So yes, the early season skiing in November and the first week of December will be for pass holders only. The company will not be selling day tickets for the early season. In addition to priority reservation days, pass holders will be able to make as many week of reservations as availability allows. That as availability allows clause is going to be something to watch.
Oh, no.
Reservations won't work at the company's partner resorts, which may or may not have their own access management plans. Partner resorts include Telluride, Sun Valley, Snow Basin, and a host of Canadian, European, and Japanese hills. Vail said it does not believe reservations would be required at those partner resorts, but that could change. All reservations will be booked through the epicpass.com website. All lift tickets will be sold online too, with no walk-up sales at resort ticket windows. Vail Resorts on Thursday also announced the expansion of its free Epic coverage insurance plan, allowing skiers to roll over their pass dollars to the 21-22 season if they don't get the reservations they want and don't use their pass by December 7th. The deadline for using pass holder credits from the previous season, which ended abruptly on March 14th, has been extended to September 17th, which is funny. It's, they keep saying like, we're due to unprecedented demand, we've been extending the time where you can purchase your pass.
Right.
It's like, is that right? I think people are just being a little freaked out and not buying anything. Ugh.
Wow. This is just setting up to be another shit show.
This is going to be a massive fucking shit show.
So how do you not say this is akin to a Ponzi scheme or some kind of fraud? You could sell, let's say 20,000 passes. And now those 20,000 members that bought a pass for any day at any resort, let's say 1,000 of them want to go to one place. You're going to tell those other people outside of those 1,000 that want to go there that they can't go because you hit the limit for their pass, right?
Yep.
So what did you pay for? That's what they're going to say.
Yeah.
So bottom line, even if you try to get, unless they're going to count how many tickets and eat up all the tickets at a resort, if all of those tickets, let's say all those 1,000 people that you eliminated a few from because they wouldn't fit, let's say you cut that down to 700. Well, if all those 1,000 people have this premium reservation, what are they going to do then?
I don't know. And I don't know about, think about like ski clubs. If you're booking your ski club trips now, how do they guarantee everyone gets a lift ticket on those trips?
Even if you're going to an Epic Pass or Icon Pass, whatever, even if you're going to pass regulated area and everybody has the pass, there's no guarantee that everybody's going to be able to ski the days they want.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work.
So that's just
your family Christmas vacation. If you're a family that goes somewhere to go skiing, how do you even book that now? Can you, or do you have to all get to drop $4,000 for a family of 4 on Epic passes, and hope you can all get those days together.
But how do you run those passes? Do you say you could sell as many passes as you want? So let's say you come up and you say, well, we're going to sell 12,000 passes, right? Well, what if you come out and say, we're going to just sell as many as we can? Let's say you sell 100,000 passes, right? Every ski area is booked up with people. Like, how do you tell people, oh, well, you can't ski today. You can't ski today. You can't ski. At what point does it become fraudulent that you sold too many passes for the capacity that's expected to be had at these places?
Yeah, there's going to be some class action lawsuits then if that happens.
I mean, I guess it depends on how big the areas are, how much they have to cut them down to. But now with all the cutbacks on the coronavirus, I think that's where you're going to see a problem because it's just cutting it so low,
Yeah. I think, and we've talked about too the problems with having this duopoly with Icon and Epic.
Yeah.
I think a lot of those problems are coming to roost now this season, just because we're going to see that all these resorts, like people are going to be fed up or frustrated or complaining or not buying or boycotting or something. And it's going to show that being able to go to your local mountain, buying a reasonably priced pass for that mountain, being able to get on when you need to at a smaller place is going to be a lot more valuable than buying this mega lift pass that you can't even use.
Yeah.
Or maybe can use.
Right. I also think too, going with a ski club helps a lot because we've been to places where they're like, yeah, we got 50 people. So it doesn't go through the normal ticketing. It goes through the group reservations who says, we're getting you in no matter what. You paid for 5 days, you got 5 days. That's part of the deal.
I wonder how they're going to do that this year then. I wonder if they're going to still acknowledge that. I mean, I would think they probably make a big chunk of money off those group reservations.
Well, that's not part of a normal pool, though. That's like something that's just part of the resort,
Yeah.
It's not like they're giving you an ultimate pass to go to like all these different resorts. It's just for that one.
I wonder if there's anything they could do with the chairlifts, like with a plexiglass shield between them. Like everywhere you go now, post office, bank, whatever, they have the plexiglass shield.
You could have like on a quad, you could have one in the middle, and you could have basically a 2 and a 2.
Yeah,
that would work, right?
I wonder if that would create a problem if it's windy, though, creating almost like a wind sail.
Of course.
Yeah,
it's gonna be terrifying, but oh well. Maybe they shut down that lift for that day.
I'd much rather die falling off of a chairlift than getting COVID.
Yeah, that's where you decide. Like, what are we doing?
How do you want to go?
That's right. You're gonna go one way. You got different chances, so choose wisely.
Yeah,
that's funny. All right, next up we got someplace that's near and dear to our heart. Big snow in East Rutherford. Is it technically or Secaucus?
I like Ski Caucus.
Ski Caucus. It's in
Ski Caucus,
New Jersey. The indoor first North American indoor skiing area. And we were, of course, we were talking about this a while ago that, we were fortunate enough to get in there right when all the press and media were in there. We met
opening day, not to brag.
Opening day. Met Lindsey Vonn. We took pictures with her.
Not to brag.
Gerard, bunch of other famous people were there. It was all
very famous.
Steve Weaver, all the very, very famous people. But yeah, we got to see that place before anybody else went.
Kelly Clark, not to brag.
And so we had a good time. It's opening back up on Tuesday, so
boom.
It's going to be interesting to see. Hopefully, I believe they can, adequately social distance in here. So it would be good to go back. I think we're going to have to plan a trip if they stay open. Maybe hop in there. I've been reaching out to the people at Big Snow, so let's see if we can make something happen. But
unfortunately, our friend Nick apparently is no longer with the company.
God damn! When you get that, it's not an out of office. That's like an out of existence.
it's like they friggin' Men in Blacked him, man. He just doesn't exist anymore.
I know. Like who is that? Like, and why are you asking? Like, whoa.
Who is this Nick?
So, but yeah, it's good to see them back open again. Hopefully, Fingers crossed we'll get out there.
Hopefully it can stay open.
Yeah.
Staying positive.
For their second, and that was the big thing I always joke about. I'm like, yeah, they said this is the first and only grand opening. I'm like, yeah, I guess they're having a second one now, huh?
You totally Jersey jinxed it by saying that.
Oh, and then they might have a third one and a fourth. So,
yeah, God damn it. Who knows? Damn it. But very happy to see them opening back up again September 1st. And here's a funky little story because of all the madness and craziness going on in the world today. Amazon's drone will put you up a mountain replacing ski lifts.
Dude, I didn't like this one, and then I saw it, and I was like, yeah, I like it now.
Changed your mind, right?
Yeah.
Amazon's latest drone patent points at a new way of using a drone that doesn't involve delivering packages. Amazon wants to replace ski lifts. The drone uses a rope to pull people up the side of a mountain, just like Casey Neistat did in the video in December 2016. Instead of hopping on the normal ski lift, you wait for a drone to come to your location. It will then lower the rope and wait for you to hold on. Once you grab it, the drone begins to pull you up the side of the mountain.
Nice.
The drone receives your location via a phone app message, kind of like Uber for drones. The patent also says the drone can be used for other activities that involve a person being pulled, such as wakeboarding and water skiing.
Nice. Yeah, who needs a boat when you could have a drone?
The patent says that extreme skiers can use the drone to take them up to remote ski areas that aren't serviced by lifts. If you were in trouble, you could also call the drone to pull you back to safety. I love this.
That's pretty cool.
Now, my only concern, you have your drone, it can pull you up where you want to go. What is it? Does this mean that there's just going to be people being pulled all over the place on the mountain, or is there going to be like a special zone? Like this is the pull zone.
You're going to get up to a backcountry skier and it's going to be fucking a scooter store on top of it.
I just picture just like people being pulled all over the goddamn place. Like imagine
Wally, right? Those motherfucking Wally people are going to be up there like, oh yeah, I'm getting pulled up a goddamn mountain. Like,
but
no earning turns anymore.
I almost picture the busiest day at the most crowded mountain, what it's like going down. But just imagine that just going up. There's going to be just like hundreds of people all over the place getting pulled up.
Imagine they're pulling you up, and in front of you is the fattest man on earth, also getting pulled up because he wants to ski because he could ski in his cart. And you know what's going to happen? He'll come down and just fucking kill you. That's terrifying me.
It's going to be like a bowling ball.
Yeah. Just
rolling down the mountain.
Goddamn cartoon character coming down at you.
It's like someone cut the brakes in the snowcat. Just barreling down the mountain.
Barreling down the mountain. It's going to plow into something.
Remember the movie Speed with Keanu Reeves?
That's right.
Couldn't go below 55 miles an hour. It's like a snowcat version of Speed. But with a fat guy.
20 miles an hour.
But with a fat guy.
Yeah. Terrifying. Did I say terrifying already?
Terrifying.
God damn it.
I wonder if they're going to have, again, special, like, uphill designated areas for the drones. Or if it's going to be just people pulled all over the goddamn place.
They're going to have runaway people ramps.
They may have to.
You're going to have to, right? Otherwise, you're going to go flying down the hill at, like, I don't know. Depends on the hill.
I love this idea, but the more I think about it, the more I become very concerned.
You know what? I love the idea because I thought about, like, and this is why I warmed up to it, because I'm like, the whole cost and, like, effort and detriment to the environment of actually putting up lifts, it's a huge thing. They get helicopters up there. They, like, you know, have to put footings in. They have to cut all these trees. And it's just like, it's a big production. If you don't have to do any of that, and then you just have well, here's the other thing. You're going to have to hire people to drive the drones unless they do, like, you know, the auto thing or whatever, just bring them up on like a little loop. But it could work. It could be better for everything, right? Because now you don't have those barriers there, like on long term. The other thing I was thinking, it helps promote the longevity of your ski experience as you go through life, which is cool. So
I think there's a lot of potential.
There's a lot of potential. There's a lot of potential problems, but
We're trying to focus on the positive. There's enough people focusing on the negative. We're here to focus on the positive.
Yeah, I think, think about it. You don't have to go in a straight line up the hill, up a lift. You can go zigzag around natural curvature of the mountain.
Imagine too, you run up to Corbett's and you're still attached to your drone, but with a little bit of slack. You could just launch off of it.
Yeah.
And have it sort of like if you had like bungee cords on there, you could have it kind of like stretch and like come down with you. So you land it instead of just like having just the snap and crash and your body explodes.
Well, think about it this way. You know how you stand on these long lift lines and then you go up this long ass lift and then you have a ski run, right? Yeah. And then sometimes, especially in the Northeast, it feels like you're on the lifts more than you're actually skiing. Well, now you could ski up the hill and ski down the hill. You could have a ski area in the middle of like Michigan where it's flat but cold as hell, and you just have these things just pull you, just like freaking like a whatever, like you're water skiing or something. Just pull
like
you
the skeezy.
The skeezy, yeah. But that would be it. Just pull you around, just pull you wherever you want to go.
You could be skiing on a pile of garbage in the Meadowlands.
That could happen. I think that's
possible too.
That's in the works. That is in the works. I wrote the notes.
That's a little bit of a teaser for our main topic.
That's right.
Which, since we're wrapping up the ski news, let's roll right into that. We had a great conversation with our friend Tim from Ski Rex Media, who we've been kind of in and out in a lot of the same online social media circles the last year or so. And it was nice to finally get a chance to sit down and have a conversation with Tim. So it was really fun. We were really happy to have him on. So here's the interview with Tim from Ski Rex Media. Hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed that. So check Tim out at skirexmedia.com. And if you want to hit us up, skibombpodcast@gmail.com. All right. Under the ropes?
Yeah, let's go.
Good? Time to go. Under the ropes. Mario.
I got to take this first one.
This first story. This is being tested in your backyard.
Ooh. So Florida mosquitoes, 750 million genetically modified insects are going to be released to try to, I guess, reduce some of the local populations of mosquito. So they're saying the aim is to reduce the number of mosquitoes that carry diseases like Zika. So they have specific, I guess, type of mosquitoes they're targeting. And they're saying it is kind of like a Jurassic Park experiment funded by the public, with public money. And they're saying activists warn about possible damage to ecosystems, potential of creation of a hybrid insecticide-resistant mosquito, and other things. But the company that's doing this, they promise that there will be no adverse risk to humans in the environment, and points to a slate of government-backed studies. So
they promise there's not going to be a problem?
Yeah,
they totally fucking cool.
And they've done that with a lot of stuff. So
yeah.
You could believe them all the time, right?
Dude, thalidomide, it's great for mothers. Nothing happens to the mothers or the babies. It's going to be fine.
Exactly.
No side effects. Listen, look at every goddamn drug you take. Possible side effects include bloody bowels, frequent vomiting, massive headaches.
And that's a pill for bloody bowel, frequent vomiting. And they're like, side effect might be that. It's like, I thought it was going to cure it. But their plan.
Do they really think that this is going to go smoothly? Flawlessly, smooth, no side effects, no problems. We're going to wipe out Zika. We're going to wipe out dengue fever. And everything's going to be wonderful.
Well, that's like the love bug down here in Florida. All these things do is they mate, and they just basically are useless, and they hit into cars. So your car is dirty, like disgustingly dirty, with all these dead bugs all over your car. And that was an experiment. And I believe that experiment was supposed to create something that would get rid of mosquitoes. And you know what it did? It created this useless freaking species of bug that is just, it could have had worse effects. All they are is just in the way, but God forbid they were created and they could carry extra diseases or something, you know?
Yeah.
So their plan is to release the mosquitoes in 2021 in the Florida Keys, which is, you know, a very hardy ecosystem that, you know, can handle these crazy things going. I mean, it's probably one of the more delicate ecosystems that
They're going to release 750 million modified mosquitoes over a 2-year period.
well, because tourists, you know, are upset by the mosquitoes.
So you couldn't just buy some goddamn off and shut the fuck up?
Yeah, shut the fuck up. They could buy a big can of shut the fuck up and not worry about the mosquitoes down there too.
Is there anything else that's a problem? Is Florida too hot for you? Should we somehow put a dome in to keep you cool in Florida? Like,
I think they should.
just,
You know, it's a problem. It's just everywhere. Pretentiousness. I think that's a problem too. So
I mean, the arrogance of people. I mean, I get it. We've been manipulating nature our entire existence as human beings
to suit our own, not even needs, our own likes,
selfish preferences,
our own comfort. Like, So I don't know though. This seems pretty fucked up. It's a lot of goddamn mosquitoes, and it's not going to stay in the Keys. It's going to go everywhere else. So if it's bad, it's going to fuck up everything. So
they're going to breed with those murder hornets, and they're going to make these giant murder mosquitoes now.
Yeah. And they're like, wow, that was a product of this. And if Corona wasn't a good example to us all of how stuff could be really spread and mess up everything, I guess we can thank some lab for that one too.
But also, it could just work out and everything's perfect. That's a possibility too.
But if
we're trying to stay positive.
Mosquitoes, what I don't understand, if they eliminate the mosquitoes, right? While that's great, other stuff eats the mosquito. So are they going to automatically substitute for these guys, like these different mosquitoes? Like, hopefully, but I don't know. There's no guarantee.
Can these new mosquitoes breed with the old mosquitoes? And what kind of funky, crazy offspring are they going to create?
That's true. You know,
Jurassic Park, they mentioned it. Life finds a way.
Life finds a way. That's it.
Finds a way.
That's why they're saying it's a kind of a Jurassic Park experiment. So, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Let's see if Florida is still habitable in
it's all going to affect us. It's a whole domino effect. We're all fucked if it goes bad.
Yeah, they're going to be breeding with goddamn alligators.
Yeah,
just giant flying alligators at that point.
Fucking flying.
Who knows?
Man, can you imagine that? You like sitting there and like, it's getting mauled. It's an alligator. Get it out. Get away from me.
Alligator mosquito. Perhaps those Burmese pythons, maybe they'll breed with the mosquitoes.
Damn.
Just don't know what's going to happen. I guess we'll find out.
Speaking of pretentiousness.
Final story of the week. Now, if you've never been to the Hamptons in New York, Long Island, which I haven't, because I'm kind of ghetto and I have no friends out there.
I have been, and it's pretentious as fuck. And
it's where fancy rich people summer.
You got to go, if not just as like a study in like how human douchebaggery happens and where it goes. You got to study it because you got everything from the fledgling little douchebag to like the well-renowned established douchebag, and they're all douchebag and like, yes, and it's just as snooty and ridiculous as it is. In the same light, it's also pretty fun if you go there. Just say
yes. I've been watching the One Bite pizza reviews, and Portnoy has been in the Hamptons.
Yep.
And it just seems like a very bizarre place. Like, it seems like 30 years ago, it was probably just kind of like people chilling at the beach, living there. Some rich people.
Yeah.
It seems like it's gotten very, very like elitist.
Yeah, I mean, there's always rich people out there because it was like, beachfront in the middle of nowhere, just kind of nice. even before that it was all whaling towns out there, you know.
Yeah.
But now it's really nice, and now there's douchebags, but there's also some really cool stuff that goes out there. A lot of fun to be had.
Oh yeah.
Very expensive though. That's the only thing.
So what's going on out there right now, besides wonderful summer parties and lots of cocaine,
Exactly.
is that in the Hamptons, some hosts are paying for party guests to take rapid coronavirus tests at the door.
Nice. I love this.
Yes, I do like this.
You got to be sure they should take all type of tests. You're gonna have a big party, be like, I want no
STDs,
STDs. Like, boom, test them, rapid STD test. That's it.
and then it's like the scarlet goddamn letter, just a big G, gonorrhea.
I know you can't go to
wear
this
it.
section of the party. There's like a little rope, and it's like, nope. Do you have your little pass? I'm sorry, you're gonna have to stay over here.
Well, they can have a quarantineria, gonorrhea quarantine party.
Ah, that's where
Everyone's
the
got
glory holes
gonorrhea.
are, right?
You can party. The rest stop on the way out there.
The rest stop.
So
that's
Dr. Asma Rashid goes to a lot of exclusive parties in New York these days, but for a different reason. Hosts pay her to administer rapid coronavirus tests to guests at social events in the Hamptons, where the wealthy fled to seek refuge from the pandemic.
And she gets to go to all these parties too. That's a good gig. She's getting paid.
Seriously, right?
Yeah.
The tests have become a common feature before guests can be allowed into parties at the affluent seaside communities.
I make them wait on the lawn. That's awesome.
And cost up to $500 per person.
Ooh.
Said Rashid, who runs a members-only medical concierge service.
Damn.
That's a great goddamn service he's got there.
I'll come out to you and enjoy your party for $500 a test.
It's like, and how many guests will be at this party? She's like, it's like, oh, there's going to be 200 guests? Someone's getting a new Maserati tomorrow.
That's it.
Damn. And unlike regular tests where people are waiting for days or even
You don't have
weeks.
to be a doctor for that, do you?
I don't think so.
I think you'd be a nurse to administer that.
Dude, can't we do this at like different ski mountains now?
Yeah.
We'll start our own service.
$500 a person.
Jackson Hole. They need our services.
You ain't anybody unless you have.
You ain't been ski bum swabbed?
That's right. Ski swabbed.
You got to get ski bum swabbed.
Oh, we'll charge $1,000 and we'll include all the STDs in that.
We'll just do it for $250.
We'll do $250.
We'll do it for $250. Unlike regular tests where guests are waiting for days or even weeks, clients get the results on the spot. It's a stark contrast to the rest of the country where testing delays have been rampant.
Oh, you know, people just going to these parties because they're like, I ain't waiting in that fucking line. I got to go to this party.
It's like I can either go to the hospital and wait for 3 weeks or just go to this party and get my results nice and quick.
Oh, I'm sick as shit. I just want to know if I have corona. That could be the other side of it.
It's like, I'll have a margarita too.
Oh, margarita. I mean, I got,
Well, I'm waiting.
Can I wait on the bowl? Because I can't keep going.
Experts say the longer turnaround has undermined the test's usefulness in identifying the virus and curbing its spread, which is exactly the point I'm going to make after this next paragraph. Hampton's party guests sign a consent to release their results once they're out, Rashid says, which is usually within 10 to 30 minutes. The host then determines whether they're allowed to enter.
Wow.
Oh,
so that's another business. Fake consent letters.
Fake consent letters. So it takes
fake result letters. Boom.
So it takes 10 to 30 minutes to get your results. So you go to this party, you go get tested. I'm sure there must be some sort of like purgatory bullpen where everybody's hanging out waiting for the results.
This way. She gets $500 for administering the test. The guest getting tested slips her $200 to give a positive result. She's making money either way.
All I'm saying is there's still that 10 to 30 minute window before they know what's going on, right?
Oh,
and you got to think everybody's kind of hanging out there.
Hitting on everybody.
Yeah, what if someone is testing positive for it? You go in, take your test, come back out, hang out in the bullpen. That negative person, who the results haven't come in yet, but they are positive, you start hanging out with them.
See?
When you took the test 5 minutes before, you were negative. But once you interact with that person, you're positive. So
making out with some chicks, you're like, I'm doing great in this place.
I was doing, but that's what it says. Like there's, if it takes weeks, that the results have been compromised and haven't been accurate. If you can't do it within a minute or two, you're opening up that window of tampering or of.
Well, then it has to be distanced, hanging out on like the lawn. That would work.
They'd have to.
Yeah, and wear a mask, like 30 mask on, and hang out on the lawn, socially distance in these spots.
Yeah,
and get served hors d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvres, obviously, some charcuterie.
That's right.
Full body condom as soon as you take the test. That's the only way you can interact with people.
Seal them in, individually sealed.
Seal them in. Yeah.
Put them in the pen. Just locking people in these little glass booths.
Yeah, so it says she administers the finger prick or nose swab in cars at various events, including sleepovers and family gatherings.
Sleepovers, I guess, for kids, right?
Yes. I have a disclaimer that no one test is 100%. Pandemic precautions should still be exercised. But I do love making money, and I agree, as a society and as citizens, if we have taken part in testing our guests, it's still a good thing versus a taboo, because I'm making mad bank.
If you want to pay $500 each, that's freaking a great, go right ahead.
Dude, imagine if it's a party of 100 people. That's 50 grand she's pulling in.
Boom.
Imagine she's bouncing from party to party on a night.
Ching, ching, and you figure you do those all in like an hour, maybe 2 hours, and that's it. And then you leave. And if you're not there for the test, you ain't getting in. You could hang out on the lawn. That's where the lawn party goes out for the people that can't get in, and then everybody else hanging out in the back.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
God damn, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm forwarding this because this is pretty damn good.
Yeah, right? That's a great goddamn gig if you can get it.
Oh, yeah. And the sad part is, so why can't we all get one of those, right? That's what everybody's going to say next.
Well, they've just released, Abbott Labs came out with a test that takes like a minute. It was like $5, like a low-priced, really fast result test.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, this lady had that like 2 months ago. How about that?
Yeah. I'm going to put her out of business.
Yeah, I know.
She was saving up for a yacht, now she can't get it.
And that, boom,
Harsh.
crushed her yacht dreams. Meanwhile, I'm like, I got mine at 7-Eleven. I'm like, yeah, why aren't all tests that quick?
I know, right?
Right? Like you have a party, you're like, I want people tested for the flu. I want to make sure nobody gets the flu on me. You know, you're saying you're like, I want everybody tested for STDs before they set foot in this house.
That's right.
You know, I don't want to like try to hook up with some girl that has some crazy disease.
That's right.
Nasty. That's nasty.
Nice and clean.
God, I like the clean girls.
All right. Well, that wraps up the old podcast for this week. Thank you again to Tim from Ski Rex Media for joining us.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Check us out, skibumpodcast.com. We got the shop there, skibumpodcast.com/shop. Subscribe. Follow us on the socials, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Ski Bump Podcast. Put your favorite podcasting apps. Rate us. Subscribe. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
Stay high, stay fluting.
See ya.
Boom.